first winner on that Wall of Fame, guys, is Bilal Fidal. Oh, I probably said that horrifically wrong, but his name, there he is. He's going to go up on the beautiful Wall of Fame. He always gives me brilliant comments on Disney heroes as well. So there you are. Let's see if we can get 40 likes in this video. If you're not subscribed, push that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody who's made it onto the wall number 3. See you in today's video. Guys, I've had quite a lot of you asking me to do my top 5 of Control. Because if you remember, about a month ago, I went through all of the character types, like, you know, Control, Tank, Damage, blah, blah, blah. And I was doing my personal top 5. And I never actually got to Control. So this has been requested quite a lot. I'm going to jump in and do this. So guys, make sure you do destroy that subscribe button for me. Smash that like button. Let's try and get 50 likes on this video. And make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know your top 5 in Control. So, obviously this is a little bit harder for me because I don't use many Control characters. So I'm going to have to skim over quite a few here. Because I don't really have a top 5 on this one. I guess at the time that's probably why I didn't do this one. But with that being said, I still obviously have some suggestions, some good characters and everything for you. So, yeah. You can obviously see Jafar at the top. Now, I want to start on number 1. In my opinion, I want to say that Jafar is the best Control character. Now, guys, in my opinion, remember that. I want to know your opinions. There's not really any right or wrong. I mean, I guess you could say Powerline's the best because of how OP he is. But this is more just opinion oriented. This is more about opinion. So, I'm going to start off with Jafar. And I'm saying Jafar, or I can level him up and max out his skills. I'm saying Jafar because of how ridiculous all his skills are. Now it's going to be cooler when I go through the skills. We've got the charm, and he basically holds. So yes, this did get a nerf a while ago because of how ridiculously broken it was when it first came out. But he's still ridiculous because they do more basic damage when they're charmed. That means the character you've charmed is going to do a load more damage to their team. And so it's really only 2 moves, which is why I put Jafar in. So Snake Charmer, because that's very, very good against Beast. You can actually put an end to Beast, which is good. And we've got Whirling Dervish. Jafar summons a small sandstorm that moves 4 enemies, dealing X amount of damage per second and blinding each enemy hit. So if they're blinded, I'm pretty sure that means they can't use their special. So what that does at the start of each wave, he goes giant tornado, spills across the battlefield, and it honestly can be such a devastating move to start off with. Everyone dies. I don't really care about that one too much, but I suppose it is good. And the enemy charmed by Snake is immune to disables, and so that's really good. So whoever you charmed basically is going to go mental and kill their entire team. That's why I put Jafar in slot number 1. Now, I'm going to put Gaston up there. I don't know where to put him, but he is going to be somewhere in the top 5. So I've always liked Gaston. He was always one of the characters I used to start off with, and especially now he's got his red skill unlocked. So, why have I always liked Gaston? Especially on some of the earlier battles, guys. He was the one character who'd always stay alive and never die. He was a very, very good kind of new character. He jumps into the middle of a group of enemies, dealing damage to them and stunning for 4 seconds, and then he'll stay in that mode forever. And he'll be invincible for a very long time. That's also good, so he can charm. So he'd work well with Jafar and Baloo on the team. Once per battle, he heals max when he dies. Fantastic. Gaston stuns last 3 seconds, which is ridiculous. So this is his red skill, and this is kind of one of the main reasons he's definitely slots into the top 5 now. Whenever Gaston damages a stunned enemy with his basic attack, he gains 40 energy. Gaston's attack speed is increased by 30% for 10 seconds when he is revived by 5 dozen eggs. So for 10 seconds, you're going to have 30% attack speed. Then if you jump him into the middle, it's going to be mental. So he's going to keep getting energy, meaning he can keep using special, Then more basic damage, more HP, and more armor. It's fantastic. So he's also up in my top 5. Now this is where it gets a little bit difficult. And more, instead of just doing like my top 5, I want to give some honorable mentions. Because I haven't used many characters in the control area. So, I have to give... Okay, so I didn't even realize Donald Duck was a control character. I thought he was a damage character. Donald Duck is an absolutely fantastic character for a lot of reasons. He does a lot of damage. This move here, he absolutely destroys them. He'll throw his tantrum and blind the enemies for 8 seconds. Once per wave he heals. So he could, that's pretty decent. Whenever allies debuff, Donald absorbs it without affecting them. Instead, he can store up the 3 of the debuffs and apply them on. So he's very good, and obviously he's got a red skill as well. Donald gains 75% energy when he absorbs a debuff. When Donald fails to absorb a debuff, he heals an ally. So he's definitely up in the top section. I also would like to give a mention to Minnie Mouse. If she's upgraded and you use her Go Fetch skill, honestly, Pluto absolutely runs and devours everyone. Absolutely devours everyone, guys. Minnie pulls out a bouquet of flowers, charming the closest enemy and increasing their attack speed 50% by 16 seconds. Go Fetch. So Smother Flowers as well is her charming one, which is also really, really good. Then we've got Perfume Puff, which flies over and hurts everyone. So I do really, really like Minnie. I think she does a fantastic amount of damage, and she's very, very good. She's one of my more sort of favourite characters that have come out recently. So she has to get an honourable mention into my top 5. I guess that would mean that there's space for one more in the top 5. And I do want to give it to Mad Hatter, but Mad Hatter does need a rework. He has got a red skill now, so look, all allies have immune to debuffs for the first 4 seconds of each wave. Now that is pretty awful because oh no, I guess it isn't, because all the slow debuffs would stop, and all the characters that have those little ones that kind of knock your whole team to start off with. So, to be fair, that's actually quite good. More skill power, more reality, more damage. All the same stuff. So this move, I've seen this one do millions of damage. Especially this one's really good in invasion mode. I've seen this do absolutely millions of damage in invasion. So yes, I would recommend this move, Mad Hatter. And obviously I really, really like his main special. Mad Hatter smashes pocket and slows all enemies. All enemies are slowed. And then Sweet Tooth is pretty good as well. He charms 3 enemies. So if you want to form a charm team, you can have Mad Hatter, Baloo, Gaston. Then it might be better to try and get some support charms in there as well. But I guess that marks my 5. And now the reason I didn't ever do a top 5 control was because I don't use control characters enough. So, I'd have to give an honorable mention to Jasmine as well. Maleficent Nash's got a red skill, is also fantastic. Merlin is very, very widely used. Magicka's also really good. Powerline's fantastic. So there's a lot of control characters who are very, very good. So guys, I do want you to comment down below your top control characters and let me know who your favourites are. So you can see Duckamo's doing well. I'm still kind of slowly trying to push Sully up to that next level, guys. I'm just quite peacefully going through and getting his badges every day. I generally do think they've made it a little bit easier to get badges. Now, I don't know if I'm just talking rubbish there, but I do think they've made it a little bit easier. You can see that I've got a brilliant build with all of his mods now, so it will just be going through City Watch and getting the 125 there, which should be relatively easy, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Another user requested video. If you guys want me to do certain videos on anything, please comment it down below and I will make sure I get to it as soon as possible. You guys are all the best. I'll see you all in the next one.